There is an absolute Wonder Woman time capsule coming up, and there is a new Raging Knight DLC also coming up. Let's talk about it. Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. So we start with the new Kyle Rayner model in DC Universe Online, and you notice that he does have the official Kyle Rayner emblem. I guarantee you that there are people will be asking if we can get that emblem in the game. Actually, people have been asking and asking for quite some time, and now that we see the emblem on the new model, I'm pretty sure that people will keep on asking some more. And we did get a sneak peek at Mogo. Now, we already expected that we would still be on Mogo in this DLC. Is it going to be the gray version of Mogo or the Black Lantern version of Mogo? We don't know just yet, but we kind of expected to have a new version of Mogo, and that's exactly what we're getting. So we will still spend some time on Mogo, but as you can see, Mogo is going to be a little bit different in this DLC. And we had a sneak peek at the new style in the producer's letter, and now we can see the actual style. From what I understand, it is supposed to be inspired by some sort of construct that Kyle Rayner would create way back when in the comics. Full disclosure, I don't recall him creating this specific construct, but yeah, he would often create various types of armors, even some huge mech armor. Kyle Rayner was an artist in the comic, so they were trying to reflect that in the constructs that he was creating, as opposed to just creating giant boxing gloves or stuff like that Hal Jordan would create. So we saw the regular version, and this here obviously is the enhanced version of the style. And there will be two omnipotence pieces of gear. There will be a headpiece and a belt. And these will be inspired by the evil Necron. We already had the Necron chest piece, so now we will have a headpiece and a belt. We could already recreate a pretty good version of Necron in DC Universe Online, but now we will have the official headpiece in order to be able to do that. And we will have some new elite henchmen. We're going to get some sort of zombie elite henchmen. And unlike the henchmen, normally when you do summon the henchmen, you have a 3 henchmen that comes by to help you out in battle. Here in this case, there will be like one big zombie and 4 smaller zombies running around to help you in battle. We don't have the actual stats of the zombies just yet, how much damage they will deal. I guess we'll have to find out once we do get the new DLC. So this is pretty much what we will get with the Raging Knight DLC, at least the information we do have so far. But also we will be getting an absolute Wonder Woman time capsule, so here you can see the style. And you can see our friend Red 5, who did one of the most evil sins you can do when you show off a style. He did put the character all in black, so we don't really see the details, we don't really see the textures of the styles. Using black to show off a style is the worst idea in the world. Now, black does look good in DC Universe Online, I'll give him that. When you're trying to show off styles, if you use black, as I mentioned, you don't get the textures of the style, and even worse, you don't see how the colors are separated on the style. But luckily for the enhanced version of the style, he did not make that mistake. So here we can see the style in nice bright colors, and we can see how the style supports 3 colors. And it would seem there will be a new skin with a whole bunch of tattoos, like the Wonder Woman character has in the comics. I thought they could have used this opportunity to make a asymmetrical skin, like maybe they could have made one version with the tattoo on one side, then the tattoo on the other side, and then maybe a third version with the tattoo on both sides. I don't know why they don't do that. It cannot be that difficult. Like, they were very, very proud that the style they gave us was asymmetrical, but somehow it didn't occur to them to maybe do that with the skin as well. Oh well, too bad, so sad. This is what we got. And there's also a helmet we're going to be able to get. From what I understand, it's some sort of a battle helmet that the character does have in the comics sometimes. And there will be a whole bunch of emblems. So here we have some sort of a bull emblem. I don't know why we didn't see an enhanced version, or maybe we saw it and I somehow missed it. Here we have a sort of Wonder Woman emblem that they made. I guess this would be like the absolute Wonder Woman emblem, if it makes any sense. For this emblem, I have no idea what that's supposed to be. They did mention that it was based on some sort of a creature that they added in the game. Probably some sort of creature that comes from the comics. Although Scott Boy did seems a bit confused about that. Here we have also an emblem with the Kraken. Release the Kraken! So obviously here we have the regular version, and now we have the enhanced version of that same emblem. So a shinier version of the emblem, obviously. There's also an emblem for the evil Medusa. You have to expect that Medusa in Wonder Woman. It's based on the Greek mythology. Here we have the enhanced version of the emblem. Somehow they barely showed the enhanced version a few frames before they switched to another emblem. And here we have the sort of skeletal Pegasus emblem that our friend Wonder Woman uses as a mount in the comics. And here our friend makes another mistake. When you have an emblem that has some blue in it, don't put the style you're wearing blue as well. When you have blue on blue, you can't really see it properly. Ideally for the chest piece, you want to use a color that's different than any of the colors on the emblem, so that you can actually see the emblem properly. And next, they did make an emblem with the sword, and they seem to be very, very impressed with that sword. They kept on talking about it, especially the orbital strike, we'll see a bit later. They seem to really, really love what they're doing, and that everything they're doing is genius. But like in this case, they were very, very impressed that somehow coming up with the idea of a Wonder Woman emblem for a Wonder Woman time capsule. Now, somehow they were very, very impressed about coming up with that emblem, but also about just coming up with the idea of coming up with the emblem. They did a whole bit about that in the live stream. And now, that seems self-evident to most of us. People have been asking for more Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman emblem for pretty much forever. But somehow, this is a new idea that they just came up with, and they were very impressed to be coming up with that idea. We had a lot of examples here showing us that the devs seems to love really patting themselves in the back, and also sadly they seem to be infected with at least a little bit of toxic positivity, if not a lot of it. And sadly for the enhanced version of the emblem, we barely got a glimpse at it. Basically they switched to the emblem and then they switched to another emblem really quick. Oh well. So here you can see another example that if you have blue on the emblem and you put the back piece blue, the chest piece blue, not a good idea to try to show off the emblem. So ideally, they should have used different colors for the chest piece. Ah well, too bad, so sad. And also, they did make the sword not only as a back piece, but as an actual usable weapon. And they went even one step further. They made it into an orbital strike. Again, they were very, very impressed with their orbital strike. Now, it does look nice, I'll give them that. But it can get a bit strange to see them working really hard to pat themselves in the back. And they did come up with a new iconic ability, which sadly will be in the time capsule. And if it is like the Bat Swarm iconic ability, it will probably be the rare item from the time capsule. I don't know about you guys, but I had to work really hard to play the broker game to be able to get the Bat Swarm ability on just one character. I don't think I'm going to have the strength to do that with this iconic ability. So as you see, it's going to create a sort of lasso ability, and then it's going to explode into some sort of energy explosion. I guess we'll know more once we do get the iconic ability in the game. Although we do have the iconic ability stats here, someone was kind enough to post it on Discord. So the ability will be called the Nemesis Lasso iconic ability. And there will be a combo involved, so you can tap the melee to release the target from the Nemesis Lasso. The ability will be vulnerable to interrupt, and so basically it unleashes the Nemesis Lasso at the target, forcing them to face the weight of their sins. The longer you bind the target, the heavier their sins become. Upon release, their sins burst free, damaging all nearby targets. Weaker sinners are crushed underneath their sins if their HP drops below a certain threshold while bound. Now, it's nice that they try to have a little bit of fun with the description, and they even try to add a bit of roleplay in the description. Sadly, what we need is a clear description of what the thing actually does. So from what you can understand, the longer you hold the target with the lasso, the more damage it will get, and then when you release the lasso, it will damage all nearby enemies. Now, if I manage to get the ability just opening a few time capsules, I'll probably make a video about it. If not, too bad, so sad. If I don't manage to get it as a random drop, I guess we'll have to play the long game, and I'll buy it from our friend Booster Gold in about 3 years. So there we go, guys. So on Tuesday, we will get the brand new DLC Raging Knight, which is the third part in the Light and Rain storyline. So there's going to be only one part left afterwards to the storyline, which we will probably get end of January 2026. And of course, we do have the new Absolute Wonder Woman time capsule. I think it's going to be called the Absolute Amazon time capsule. So we will get a whole bunch of new stuff from the time capsule and from the DLC. And also, don't forget that there is also the Halloween seasonal just around the corner. So we'll probably get also more stuff from the Halloween seasonal. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that. So obviously, Tuesday, once we do get the new DLC, I'll probably make a video about it. And once I do manage to get some of those styles, I'll make a video about those as well. And for the people who are asking for an Absolute Wonder Woman time capsule, here we are.